Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna actually show y'all how to trade players in my career. I know a lot of you guys have been hitting me up talking about how do you trade players in my career. What you want to do is go to the NBA team. You want to look at of course you want to look at your roster. Make sure you got tradable assets. Then you want to go to I'm clicking on a bunch of random stuff here at first, but what I'm doing right now is I'm actually going through looking for point guards to get Hall of Fame dimer. I can't get Lonzo Ball because for some reason I was on the for some reason they won't let me get him. But I'm looking at this dude, this Tony Reese dude. As you can see, he has ankle breaker Hall of Fame. He has diamond Hall of Fame. So that's the guy I'm gonna try to go and get. You know what I'm saying? He's not. It doesn't look like he's a high priority type guy. Meaning, it doesn't mean that it's not like he's a franchise. It doesn't seem like he's a franchise player. So that's typically what you want to do. Go through, just look at everybody's badges, look at all the point guards badges and stuff like that, and see which point guard has the best badges. If you can, you would need to search for point guards. Like if you're a shooter, and you want to play on Hall of Fame, and it just gives you the best opportunity to make the shot. You know what I'm saying? So as you see, I'm going through searching, just looking at all point guards and stuff like that of that nature. But the guy that you see, I'm gonna get this guy right here. I'm gonna get Tony. I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna put the trade in for him. So you see, I went to influence trade, right? So I'm gonna go to the team that he's on, and all you do, you just click on this. You look at his badge or whatever. You click on his name, and then it says do you want to trade? And I actually clicked no that time, but I'm gonna go back in. I did this twice. I'm gonna go back in and make sure that the trade does. My GM is aware that I'm trying to trade for this guy, so I'm gonna go back in slow for you. NBA team, influence trade. Go to the person that you want to try to trade on your team to get on your team. For some reason, I don't know why I did this twice, but for some reason I don't know. I was tripping a little bit. But I'm searching back through. Cause I actually forgot what team the guy was on for a minute. But you see the guy right here, and I clicked yes. So so it says your GM has been notified. So about the trade and all that stuff. So now on this part, you may have to play a couple my career games. I think I played maybe 2 or 3 my career games. It could have been maybe 4. I don't know. Play a couple more games, and you want to most of the time load into the playground. As you can see, I load into the playground. You see my cell phone's over ringing. After the game, typically you won't get this notification. Your cell phone will ring, but it'd be the NBA players and stuff like that commenting on how good you did, if you did good, or even if you lost, they're gonna comment on your loss. You know what I'm saying? Talking about then you let them blow you out or anything, whatever. But what you want to do, you open your phone up, and you'll go to your assistant coach. Your assistant coach will be like, AI, the GM basically wants to let you know that the trade went through, whatever, everything's good. So I said, of course, there's great news. And after you do all of that, you actually want to go through and look to make sure the player's on your team and stuff like that, because you don't want to think that you got the player and you did not get the player. And I'm gonna let you guys know that this does not work all the time with every player. So if you're trying to trade to get, you see me going through, I'm looking at this. I think they traded this guy too to my team, Alonzo. This is Alonzo dude. I think they traded him to the team also. I don't know why they traded 2 point guards to the team, but I guess I gave up Colin Sexton. As you can see, he's not on the team no more. So I guess I got 2 point guards just to replace him. You know what I'm saying? So looks it's all good to me. But you see down there is Tony right here, the guy that I traded for. You know what I'm saying? I'm look at his badges. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I need. You know what I'm saying? As a shooting guard, I need a point guard Hall of Fame dimer. He got that, so I'm inserting him into the lineup. Adjust the minutes. As you adjust the minutes, you know what I'm saying, move minutes up and down and all that crazy stuff. But in this last portion of the video, I'm gonna break a lot of different things down to you guys, so you guys don't just think that you could trade for any player. For most of the time, like the reason why this trade went through smooth, because believe it or not, this is not the first trade I put in for a point guard with Hall of Fame diamond. Like I said, I couldn't get Lonzo Ball because Detroit was not willing to give him up. I don't know why they weren't willing to give him up. Even when I had a lot of people, I had Oladipo, I had tons of people that we could have gave away 2 people, 3 people for Lonzo, but they was unwilling to give him up. But most of the trades, most of the trades won't go through. So if you're trying to get, say you're trying to get Guinness, and you wonder why you can't get them, it's because they're not willing to trade. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time you'll see something that says like, see how that the message from the assistant coach, whatever, it said the trade went through. You get another message if the trade don't go through. It'll say something like, well, at this time they weren't willing to trade or some crazy stuff like that. So that's that. But don't get discouraged if you don't get the player that you want on the first trial or the second trial, whatever. Just know that it doesn't always go through. I think 2K need to have a better system for you trading. I think they need to they need to have it to where you're more hands on with the trade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can negotiate trades and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that it should just be up to the system to trade. Like, you should be able to want to trade for this player, and then you should be able to see the other team's response. Like, the other team's like, well, willing to take such and such, or need more, or not interested at all, no matter who you offer. No, they need to have that option in the mycareer. That way people don't get discouraged when they don't get the players that they want. But typically what you want to do, like, you kind of want to look at your positions. Like, if you want to trade for a point guard, look at all the point guards that you have on your team, and then look at the point guard you're going after. You got to make sure it's kind of like an even swap in a way, or you got to make sure that, because here's the thing, here's why I say kind of like an even swap, because the team you're trying to trade for, they're not going to let you beat them. They're not going to let you trade a 70 overall for 90 overall. It's not going to happen. And the team that you play for, they're not going to get beat. So at the end of the day, they're not going to let you trade. They're not going to let you trade LeBron for a 74 overall Tony Parker. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It's not going to happen. It has to be an even trade. But once again, that's the trade thing is kind of out of our control. You just got to try to find somebody who's I guess not a franchise player. Find somebody who's the team really don't care if they miss, and try to trade for them. I'm not saying that you can't get a superstar for a superstar, but it's kind of really hard. Like, if you got Kevin Durant and you want to get LeBron, they both small forwards, that may be a good trade. Both teams may agree, okay, well, I'll give you LeBron for Kevin Durant, or I give you Steph. Say Steph and Clay's on different teams. I give you Steph for Clay. So but with all that, man, like I said, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. If you got any concerns, man, leave a comment. You know I get back to y'all, man. And I'm gone.